Today we're going to look at arts in the Valley. We're going to go back to the Capitol Theater, check out Larson Gallery, an absolute Yakima gem. And we're going to go into my dear friend Cindy Hargrave's home as well and check out her Leo Adams collection. It's really spectacular. I know you're going to enjoy it. It's a sneak peek of all the incredible artwork and the art scene that's happening in Yakima. Please enjoy the tour around Yakima and all that our art scene has to offer. We've come back to visit with my dear friend Charlie Robin. You've built a community around this theater that is so special. So we are forever grateful for what you have done.
I am touched, and thank you very much for that. This is a community that is easy to get sucked into.
Why is having a community theater important to our community? What does it mean for a community our size?
In the 1920s, when this facility was built, it was standard for communities to use a theater of this size to bring the community together because people didn't have individual televisions, individual options. It's not just a place to gather, it is an economic driver. It's how people come down and go to the restaurants. They stay in hotels, all of those things that the arts have generated.
The theater that you are able to bring in is first class.
Yes.
And here's the thing, it doesn't cost me $200 to buy the ticket.
Everything that the community has done to invest in the production center and the black box theater and all of that means that we are set and used regularly for a Broadway touring production that is going to start its tour on the West Coast. We get the preview for those often because they'll do their pre-tour tech in our community. Because it's less expensive for hotels, it's less expensive for restaurants, it's less expensive even for technical labor. And that means that we're getting the first performances as previews before the premiere. But it's when the energy is the highest for a performer is when you have that first audience.
Thank you for making time. It was so much fun.
Always a pleasure.
I love it when we get to talk. So thank you so much.
I appreciate it. This is actually our signature wall. We were very fortunate in that despite a fire in 1975, which destroyed much of the theater and the house, the backstage area in this lower level was preserved, and you have 100 years of signatures here. So I'm really thrilled that we have everything from more recent. We have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was just in. We just had Maria Shriver. We have Peter Sagal. We have Bob Woodward, Jason Graw, Naomi Judd, all these amazing people. And it's just such a rich mix from our town hall speaker series that has done such a great job of getting people to sign. But also then a lot of our other Broadway cast albums, especially the celebrities who people may know a little bit more coming through, and signing our wall. And it's such a great gift.
We are at Larson Gallery, which is an absolute hidden treasure in the Valley, and I'm hoping to expose a lot of light to it because it is absolutely beautiful. Mitzi Casey is with me. She is currently the board president for Larson Gallery. Thank you for making time to chat today.
Oh, my pleasure.
I feel like our timing couldn't have been better. We step inside, and immediately you explained that the exhibit going on right now is all Central Washington artists. Can you tell us what that process was like to set up this particular show?
This exhibit, we had like 230 submissions of pieces of art from about 90 artists. From that, our juror picked all of these that you see on the walls.
Art is important to us. Could you speak to how art affects the community and why it's so important?
Well, one thing I love about the Yakima Valley is that, one, we have so many people that are wonderful to support the arts, but even the artists are so cooperative, whether it's the Box Gallery or here or the Oak Hollow, everybody supports each other.
It's not surprising because Yakima is all about Yakima, and we love to support each other and lift each other up. And the gallery is free to the public, is that right?
Free to the public. It's open Tuesday through Saturday, 12 to 5.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to meet with you.
Nice to meet with you, and thank you for thinking of us. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. We're here with my sweet friend Cindy Hargraves in her beautiful home. She's done an incredible remodel on it, and she has an incredible art collection. I'm so excited to take everybody through your home, and in particular, if we could start with this one.
My friend Lisa Cody brought this to Yakima hoping that someone would buy it. So I asked my husband, it was my first Leo. He wrote the check and said, great, sight unseen for him, and he loves it.
And the addiction to Leo began. Yakima is so unique because there are large art collections here. And the other thing I love about the art collections I've seen is so many of them are local artists. So it's local supporting local.
Right.
What would be some other artists that you can think
Well,
of?
one of my favorites is Bill Brennan. I love Carmela Newstead. There's Bill Heilman.
Darcy Roberts and her landscapes.
Darcy Roberts are beautiful.
I think with each of those artists that you just named, they reflect what they've grown up in and what the valley looks like. We're going to look at a couple other Leo pieces. One of them is this one over here, and it's called Basket.
This is called Winter Basket. I wasn't always a fan of rust, but I think it works so well in any house, any color, because it seems to bring a little pop of color. This is the third Leo that I purchased. And one day I saw that my neighbor was having an estate sale, so I walked over and my dog came because we were just 2 houses away.
Sweet Olive.
I know, sweet Olive. So my daughter said, "Oh, we need to let the dog in the car." I said, "No, she can run home." And she goes, "Well, she'll just get in the middle seat." So she lit her in the middle seat, and what did she do? She went back to the back where the painting was, where she always sat, and punched a hole in it.
That's one thing I think with art though,
Yeah.
every piece has a story.
It does.
This one would give us a heart attack, but you know, it's a great story. And I kind of like that it's not repaired because it's just part of the piece.
And my daughter did cry and cry.
Oh, so sad. I am so drawn to this piece. Can you tell us about it and where it came from?
This artist is Cynthia Snellman, and she is from Seattle. And so my cousin is an interior designer, and sometimes I'm pushed to buy art. I didn't need to be pushed for this piece, but she said, "This piece is for sale and you need to get it." And I was like, "Yes, I do." And so that's what I did.
I hope you enjoyed the tour of the Yakima Valley and just a peek into some of the incredible art scene that's happening across the valley. Be sure to follow us at Living in Yakima, like, subscribe us on YouTube, and continue to learn more about what's happening in the Yakima Valley.